Hey, what's up, guys? It's John from Magic Tech Review. So I have both phones here, the ZTE Grand X Max Plus and the ZTE Grand X Max 2. So this is the first one, and then this was of course, the newer phone that I've been talking about here. So let's go ahead and dig in a little bit on what has changed and what hasn't changed. So I do have a live X Max Plus, but I'm going to be using this demo because mine is all cracked up. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick, and then we'll look at both together. So this one has a 6-inch display. So the original one came with the 6-inch display. It did have the 16 gigabytes of memory, and it had a glass panel on the back. So the glass panel was definitely prone to breakage, but it was a really clean looking, and it was fairly thin. So you can see it's pretty thin there. And then let me back away from the camera. Wow. All right, so it was fairly thin, and it had a kind of squarish body. But it did have like it felt like, you know what I'm saying, it felt like you can crack it or break it or anything like that. And the weight in the hand was kind of lightish. It did have the 13 megapixel camera in the back, and it had the flash, of course. It did have a 5 megapixel up front, which I've definitely used a lot in my videos prior. So this was a good phone. You know what I'm saying? It didn't update too well, so it was left on KitKat. Some phones got Lollipop. I am glad that I actually got Lollipop on mine. And I mean, it didn't have too many issues or problems. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while you would get your issue or whatever like that. But if you got a good phone, then you got a good phone. The Right there was the charging port, and the microphone was down there, and then the um, noise cancellation mic was there on the back right there, and then the headphone jack was right there. So cases were really easy to find for this phone. Very popular phone. And it was like 200 bucks. It kind of launched at the same price as this one, as the newest one. And then we move on to the other one. So let's talk about some improvements I think that has happened along the way. So this one had on-screen buttons. So some of the screen would be taken up by, let me show you my phone actually. Some of the real estate of the screen would be taken up right there with the on-screen buttons, so you wouldn't really get a true 6-inch display. You know what I'm saying? You get like sometimes when you're watching a video or something like that or playing a game, you'd have that little section across there, so it would take up some of it, so it would actually make it like a 5.7-inch screen versus the whole thing, which the new one has. It has the actual physical buttons at the bottom. Well, not physical, but capacitive buttons. There you go. This one has a this one has does have a notification light up top. This one, the notifications live at the bottom now. I like the design of this one better because like the feel in hand. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like heavy. It's heavier, and it feels more solid in the hand. It's got this backing that's kind of like sticky, um, especially when it gets a little bit of moisture. It tends to really stick in the hand, so you can actually pretty much hold it. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of sticks to the hand. You see how like I'm actually got it almost vertically now without holding it, and actually sticking to my hand. So I like that rubberized kind of feeling to it. Has dual cameras on the back now, so dual cameras. So there's a 13 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel camera. We got the 5 in the front. And then I do love these how they're drilled out the microphone and the speaker holes at the bottom. So they're definitely, you know what I'm saying. You do have to be careful though about getting dust or something in there, but at least you can just blow it out, and it should come out easier. So it's less prone to having one little microphone hole and getting dust in there. But I would assume that water would be probably easier to get in here, so you got to be careful about that, guys. Okay. Um, Also, the charging port is in the middle now, and it is a fast USB charger. Let's see here. So other improvements that I see, um, they have this little widget here where it kind of like you can make it like a home button or whatever. So definitely, and then the front design, I like the front of it. The glass is kind of like curvy. Um, all in all, I think it's just a better better design. So, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that this design was bad, but I definitely do like this design better. So, I think they took something that was great and they made it even better. So, good on ZTE. And so, this is pretty much the last video that I'm going to make about this phone right here, unless somebody wants me to compare it to somebody else, something else. But I want to move on to other phones. But I just did want to bring back um, the original and then the one that we got. So hopefully everybody understands now what the differences are and were. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This is John from Magic Tech Review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching again.